What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 65 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, dude?
We kind of having an off week this week because it's a holiday and not a whole lot going on. Our Rumble's on Saturday, but
of course
that hasn't happened yet.
We record in advance, so we don't have stuff to go over that yet. But, it is what it is. So, what are we doing?
Figured we'd just kind of hang out today, talk about things that we could do for Pokemon to make them better. NG had a top cut in an event with no Incineroars. I figured we could talk about that.
Yeah, that was the Indonesia Online Championship, I believe is what it was.
Yeah.
The official name of it.
That's what it was.
And I believe they cut the top 12, and NG was in that. So, shout outs to him for doing that.
Talk about that probably a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll go over that top 12 and top cut and stuff here after a hot minute. But this was something that was posed to us from the mods. Because I messaged them, I'm like, hey, we're kind of looking for topics who has stuff for us to talk about. And someone's like, hey, what would you do to change... what would you change on certain Pokemon to make them more viable? I was like, that's actually a really interesting question.
Yeah.
And, at first I'm just like, man, I have no idea. And then next thing you know, my list is 20 things long. And it's just like, man, there's actually a lot you can do.
There's a lot you can do, yeah. I limited mine to 5.
I think I limited mine to 8.
Yeah.
So,
otherwise you'd be here all day.
Which is crazy because I've been talking and wanting to work on making a ROM hack for quite a while. That's always been something I've wanted to do. It's just I could actually make these changes in my own game. These are something I could actually do because who's going to tell me no?
Exactly. That's the thing.
when I'm in charge of it, who's to tell me I can't do these things? So, let's just, if you want to start with yours and then we can flip-flop back and forth or whatever.
Yeah, so I'm taking the cop-out answer. It's every water starter that doesn't have Swift Swim. Give it Swift Swim.
Honestly. I think the exception to that is, Feraligatr because it has Sheer Force.
Yeah, you leave that one alone probably.
Empoleon gets Defiant, which I think is, I would, if you could make one minor change, I would change it from Defiant to Competitive.
Yeah.
That's a super minor change, but, more Defiant Mons, I think, is good.
Yeah. This is specifically talking about, Blastoise, Swampert.
Man, Swampert would be great if it had Swift Swim. That was what my first VGC team was, forever ago, was Mega Swampert, because it actually gets Swift Swim.
Yeah.
Just alright, well, this thing's going to go turbo fast and punch things.
But I mainly just thought about Blastoise with Swift Swim because that's the running meme is give Blastoise Swift Swim because Rain
Dish is great, Carl.
Yeah, totally.
The rest of the Kanto starters get to do weather things. Blastoise gets Rain Dish.
Yeah, we get to heal HP in the rain.
Carl, it's a weather type. It's a weather ability. That's as good as you're
Swim.
getting. That's as good as you're getting. No.
But Swift Swim lets us double our speed in rain, which, if I remember correctly, we got to 286.
Which,
if we're back speed timid.
Which, that's not terrible. Obviously, things inside of Tailwind will outspeed you. Yeah. But, you can also have your own Tailwind, thanks to, Pelipper, if you really wanted to go deep.
Tornadus.
The big thing that came to my mind was, when you were talking about this, is, you outspeed Eliki, which is kind of a problem for Blastoise. So, being able to just remove Eliki immediately would make this thing way better.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that you then wouldn't need a Shell Smash to go fast on Blastoise would make it way better.
And especially in this Gigantamax, Blastoise format, G-Max Candy going first almost all the time would actually be really insane.
Or, like you mentioned here.
Oh, yeah.
Just Water Spout people.
Water Spout people.
Just Kyogre people.
You just get to do the Kyogre thing without having to worry about setting up Tailwind all the time.
And, you could slap a Mystic Water on here, but your damage output's going to be less than Kyogre, so instead you could just Life Orb.
Life Orb, Choice Specs, any of that stuff. So, that was my first thought. It was just, the easy one.
My immediate one that came to my mind, so Wednesday, I was streaming, and I went on kind of a rant about why Gen 2 sucks. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this.
We can't go into this today, because otherwise we'll be here for 3 hours.
But one of the things that came up after that discussion was like, man, Onyx and Steelix are really cool mons. I want to make them better. Like, this is something that we were talking about. I'm just like, why doesn't this 30-foot snake have Intimidate? Like, it has a menacing face. It has literal fangs on it. It's 30 feet tall. Why doesn't Steelix get Intimidate?
I don't know.
So then when this question was posed, when the question was posed, that was my first thing. I'm just like, we can just intimidate people. That would be great.
So Steelix with Intimidate, huh?
Is it too good? Probably not.
No, it probably is.
I mean, like, you have base 200 defense. You're still taking hits all day, but then you get things just like, all right, well, I led Feeny. I don't care about Intimidate.
Yeah.
Muddy water you. Oh, look at that, you're dead. I honestly don't think it would be that good, just because, like, you still have things like Landorus running around that are weak to water. You have Incineroar, so, like, adding a third Intimidator weak to water that makes Feeny just laugh at it probably would not be too good.
Yeah. The thing that's different between, like, Landorus and Incineroar is, like, Incineroar can't ever hit Feeny for actual damage.
No. At least with Steelix, you have, like, heavy slam and can actually do some
pretty
sizable damage.
Like, for at least neutral, and then...
This would also give, like, Trick Room and Intimidator.
Yeah.
Which, off the top of my head, I can't think of any that they actually have.
Incineroar is the closest, I think.
Actually, thinking about it, I think you're right.
Maybe Mawile? What's Mawile's speed? Slow. I know it's slow, but it's not actually very good.
So let's search Intimidate, and let's filter by speed, and let's scroll to the bottom. The slowest fully evolved one is, in fact, Incineroar. Incineroar, and then Luxray is the next slowest at base 70.
Yeah, this would definitely fit right into Trick Room teams.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would actually be sick.
Yeah. And Steel Ground's actually a decent typing. It's not
like Sack Attacker where you have multiple 4 times weaknesses.
Yeah.
You just have a billion 2 times weaknesses.
Yeah. Which when you have base 200 defense, you're fine.
Yeah. Like, sure. Like, that's the thing is, like, because you're intimidating them, you're instantly getting a +1 to your defense. So now you're essentially base 300 defense.
I mean, that's
which
fine.
Might actually be too good, but then they just...
Like you mentioned, though, you still get hit by a special attack, you go down, it kind of sucks.
Or, you have White Herb, Cinderace, and then next thing you know, you're getting G-Max Fireballed, and it still is going to do a chunk.
Yeah.
What else we got here, man?
Speaking of Intimidate, I have Intimidate on Aerodactyl.
I think it'd be real sweet.
I think that'd be great. It's just like, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a bunch of just like these middling speed Pokemon with Intimidate. I think Salamence is one of the faster ones.
The fastest one is, in fact, Tauros at base 110. Salamence is number 2 at 100.
So this is a base 130 one. This also has things like Tailwind, Rock Slide's cool.
The big thing about it is, I mean, its bulk is pretty lackluster with 80, 65, 75. So, like, not the best bulk. So, did you see that image? I think I sent it to you today of the weakness policy. I think it was weakness policy Spectrier next to Brutal Swing Aerodactyl.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
I stole that off of Twitter. I'm just like, oh, that is great. Like, what's faster than a base 200 mon? A base 200 speed mon in Tailwind. Well, it's not base 200. It's actual stat. It gets to 200, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
See, yeah. So, Intimidate Aerodactyl. That is my my next one.
It'd be sweet.
I think it'd be cool. I don't know how good it'd actually be, just because it's just like
Water Urshifu would just still look at you and slap you.
You'd go down to Aqua Jet.
Well, luckily you're Sash, so like you still need a Surging Strike.
But you don't have very good defenses, so you just get blown up.
Yeah, like these are all problems that like Landorus and Incineroar both have too. It's just like, all right, well, Surging Strikes you. And like in case of Landers, I Wicked Blow you.
Yeah.
Like Wicked Blow also does a sizable chunk to this, but at least then you're going down to Sash.
Yeah.
Which you don't run Sash on Landorus typically. That is something I have ran into, and when it happened,
that's something I have seen.
It's like, oh no, I am very dead now.
Yeah.
It was like max HP, max attack, and just chunked me.
What do you want to touch on your next one? Because we got a couple here that actually aren't in the game.
So if we're sticking with just abilities, Ampharos. Its abilities right now are static, and its hidden ability is plus.
Ew.
Like, real lackluster.
Yeah.
What if we gave it Lightning Rod?
Nuts. That's what that is.
Is it though? Like, I mean, obviously base 115 special attack boosted by 1 is going to be insane. But you're also base 55 speed.
That's slow enough for Trick Room.
I mean, you already have a Alola-Whack.
Pincurchin, Ampharos. Alola-Whack can't use Lightning Rod.
That's very true. It just, like,
so you get
helps
to
his
set
partner.
Electric Terrain. You get to sit there and spam Discharge after Trick Room goes up.
Why Discharge when you can just Rising Voltage people? Also, put Ampharos in the game so I can Rising Voltage people.
Well, no, the Pincurchin uses Discharge.
Oh, now I'm following.
There you're following.
Yeah, this is gross. This is great.
Yeah,
this is Discharge plus Rising Voltage.
Everything.
Like, all right, cool. Oh, you have a ground type. Okay.
Yeah,
you win.
Pincurchin gets Skull. Bang.
Ampharos gets, like, Power Herb. What else do we get? What other... Granted, this is like its Gen 7 moveset, so I'm sure things would change.
Gym.
I said Power Herb, I meant Power Gym, yep.
I was seeing if we get any kind of, like, ice move.
We get Eerie Impulse, that's cool.
That's cool.
Not really surprised, but it's cool. I'm not seeing a lot here, Carl.
Yeah. We get Cotton Guard.
We get Focus Blast. If you never want to hit.
We get Dragon moves. We probably still get the Dragon moves.
Yeah, maybe. It depends on if they would add Megas back in. I'm seeing how they haven't yet. I'm going to say they don't. I really hope they never do, man. That's like my big wish list
you
for...
You can put Megas in, just don't make it the game you play competitive on.
Yeah, like, that's my big worry about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearls. Like, alright, here's Megas. Also, this is the new VGC format. Have fun!
It's not going to be.
Yeah, I'm very... I doubt it, but...
Let me get Fire Punch.
Yeah.
That's neat. That
was something in Gen 2 it got, because back then, Fire and Ice were both special as well, so it's just like...
It's like, here's all
Ice Punch! And off of a base 115 special attack, that's really good, so... just, something cool. I have one more that's not in the game that I want to talk about, but...
The next one on my list, which we kind of just thought about, because I looked at Volcarona for about a minute and a half, and I'm like, what can we get Volcarona?
Like, what can we do here? And then you start scrolling again, you're like, man, I wish something else got solar power. And literally, I just look up, I'm like, Volcarona, the sun Pokemon. He's like, oh yeah.
So, solar powered Volcarona. Would it be busted? Probably.
Yeah, maybe. Like, you're still pairing this with, like, Torkoal or Ninetales or, like, Whimsicott to set Sunny Day. None of the genies get Sunny Day, right? They only get Rain Dance. Like, it makes sense thematically that they don't get Sunny Day. Cool. Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl gets Sunny Day, right? Please? It does everything else.
No.
Okay, cool. Also not busted. So, like...
So it's not busted.
Whatever you're pairing this next to is also weak to the same thing. In some capacity.
Weak to water.
Well, you're either weak to water or you're weak to flying in the case of Whimsicott.
Yeah.
Sableye. Sableye is the one that actually
Sableye is
doesn't
the
have...
one that...
Yep.
Yes, that's why...
I'm like, I knew there was one other Prankstermon.
That's why they do Charizard Sableye things. Because Sableye is the one that's not weak.
So, like... Alright, well, I maxed Landorus in front of you in Rockfall, and now you're dead.
Yeah.
Nice solar power, idiot. Also, your sun's gone. So, I honestly think it'd be really fun.
Like solar power off of this base 135 special attack.
Especially if you do pair this with Whimsicott. Like, Protect, Tailwind on one, Sunny Day, Max, and Flare, whatever, or even Flutterby. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. Just like, all right, well, now your special attacker is weakened. I KO'd your other Mon. Are we done here? Like,
okay, next game, let's go.
What does Volcarona get to max speed?
Max speed, Volcarona, it's base 100. So 167.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So 167 gets us to...
It's Charizard.
334? Am I doing my math right? Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that outspeeds like basically everything. So this is literally Charizard with higher special attack, worse bulk, and without a ground immunity.
Different moves, yeah.
Yeah.
Different.
Wait, luckily you don't get G-Max Wildfire.
Yeah,
that's what makes Charizard busted.
Yeah, you don't get G-Max Wildfire.
You get Psychic?
Do we get Psychic?
Yeah.
We do.
That's cool. We get Psychic, we get Quiver Dance.
I don't know if we get all of these, but...
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know. Mystical Fire.
I'll get Solar Beam.
Not surprised. The Sun Pokemon getting Struggle Bug. Wonder what Struggle Bug does after what it gets to as a max move. Probably like 110. I'm assuming Bug Buzz.
Bug Buzz.
Yeah, Bug Buzz probably gets to 130.
Yeah.
If I was a betting man.
Oh, we also get Giga Drain.
Dude.
Oh, I forgot we get Hurricane.
Do you know what else gets Giga Drain?
Celesteela.
Yeah!
Did you not know that?
No! I ran into it today and I was just like, what is this nonsense?
Yeah, for some reason Celesteela gets Giga Drain. I'm not sure why.
I never understand. And then, last ability change I would make. I mean, not the last, but last one we're going to talk about today.
For yours.
Yeah. Okay, you have like two more, I think.
All mine are ability changes because I didn't want to mess with anybody's stats balance.
I did.
You can do that, and if it's broken, you can fix it. But
yeah, it's whatever. So Meganium's really bad, right? We are both in agreement about this.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
Not really.
What if we made it do something? What if, instead of Leaf Guard, what if we gave it Triage?
So, Giga Drain.
Giga Drain.
Synthesis.
Yep. I'm assuming we get Floral Healing. Or is it... Does
Floral Healing is...
Comfey only get Floral Healing? Alright, we'll give it that too. Just slap the two together.
I was looking for like a draining kiss. But...
Also, why isn't Meganium Fairy type?
Because Fairy type wasn't in the game.
Yeah, but still, they retroactively added it to others.
But they didn't want to make a Pokemon 4 times weak to poison with their new Fairy typing.
Who cares?
Game
It's Meganium. It's not going to be good anyway.
No, that's the thing. Is like it probably actually gets better if you add Fairy typing.
Yeah. Like.
But then you can't give it Earthquake.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to upset Meganium by removing Earthquake from it.
You also have to take Outrage off of it.
Why does it have Outrage?
Dinosaur.
That's stupid.
Dinosaur.
That's stupid. That is the dumbest reason I've ever heard.
If you gave it Fairy typing, yeah, you'd have to remove Outrage.
Which that implies they would even have it in this generation anyway.
You'd remove Rock Smash.
They cut Rock Smash from the game, didn't they?
I don't know.
I'm
just saying you'd remove it. Yeah,
no, Rock Smash is in the game.
You'd remove Stopping Tantrum.
Some of these moves are weird anyway, man.
Yeah, you'd remove the ground moves, probably remove Ancient Power.
I mean, Ancient Power makes sense if it's a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's the reason why it was like it's on there right now. But I was like, if you make it a Fairy type, then...
Also, why doesn't Aromatherapy have priority with Triage?
It is not a healing HP move.
It's a healing move, though.
It's not healing HP, though. That's the thing about Triage.
If we change Aromatherapy, can we also change Heal Bell to work under it?
No.
Is Heal Bell even in the game?
In Sword and Shield?
Uh-huh.
I think so. No, that's healing. That's heal pulse.
There's Heal Pulse, there's Healing Wish.
Yeah.
There's... I actually don't know if Heal Bell's in.
I don't know.
Alright, I'm done talking about Meganium. That's enough Gen 2 talk for this week. I covered 3 mons that I want to change, and all of them are...
Gen 2.
Like, I didn't
You can't even escape it. You can't escape it.
Like, that's the worst part, is I legitimately didn't even, like, alright, I'm not ranting. I'm not ranting today. We're not doing this. I will talk myself out of it.
I want to change a Gen 1 Pokemon.
Alright.
Flareon.
Yeah, it's really bad. What about it?
Give it fur coat.
Deal. Sign me up.
And we were looking at Pokemon that could get fur coat, and this is the first one that popped into our heads because it's the only one. It's the only evolution with actual fur.
The original start of this was we wanted to have like some variant of solar power and slap Flareon on it.
Like a special, make a physical solar power. But
and then we're like, nah, that's actually like, I mean, it probably wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
because your defense still sucks, your speed is still pretty bad. And then we started talking like, what else can we give fur coat to? And it's like, oh, what if we give it to Flareon?
Yeah,
like
we get to turn our base 60 into an actual decent number.
Yeah, so instead of your 80 defense at level 50, you get 160 with no investment.
Yeah.
Like, that seems really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then you can just add, like, a few points here and there, and next thing you know, like, Flareon lives every hit in the game.
Yep.
Like, imagine slapping this next to, like, Torkoal. You know, just an example to set the sun. Urshifu's not going to do anything to this.
Yeah.
Like, Water Urshifu just looks at this and goes, oh, that's really bulky.
Like, I can't break this thing. And then Flareon just has all fire tech moves because the move pool still is garbage.
Yeah, well, you know, I can... Flareon needs a lot of help, man. Fur Coat's just a start, okay?
Do we get any cool support moves? Do we get to be like Umbreon-esque?
You get Wish.
Well, I think all of them do.
You get Moonlight. You get Will-O-Wisp.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Do we get Moonlight?
No, Moonlight's strictly
Umbreon, Espeon
Umbreon.
thing.
Yeah.
We get Yawn. We get Will-O-Wisp.
You get those stuff. You get Baby Doll Eyes.
Yeah, because those are all egg moves on. Well, Yawn and Baby Doll Eyes are Eevee moves. Ooh, we can Sand Attack people.
Oh boy.
It gets Heal Bell. There we go. Fixed it.
What else do you got for changes? Oh, here we go. We get all these weird stats now. Yeah.
Okay, I only have two that I missed with their stats off the top of my head. So, we agree that Xurkitree's speed stat sucks. And is one of the crippling weaknesses that Xurkitree has.
I don't know what Xurkitree gets to.
Really bad. It's base 83.
So, min speed's like...
How are we min speeding this?
Just seeing Electric Room. 79. Okay.
That's really fast.
That's still really fast for Trick Room.
So now if we max speed this thing, make this thing like timid, we get to 148. So what if instead we got rid of this attack stat that we don't need? Just cut 20 off of it and give it to speed. Make it base 103 speed.
Is there other base 103s?
Yes.
103 would put you one faster than Garchomp.
Which I think is good, because we have Dazzling Gleam, so we can actually hit Garchomp.
Other 103s would be Nihilego and Emolga.
See, those are weird stats. I think being on the same speed stat as Nihilego is probably fine. Because they're both, Ultra Beasts, and who cares?
And then Emolga is Emolga.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know Emolga got Motor Drive. That's cool.
Yeah. Now you learned something. Now you can say you learned something. Yeah, Xurkitree, I think that'd be fine.
I don't think it's too crazy. I think it's just enough of a boost that it'd make it playable. Or people will try it a little more. Because, you're never playing this thing as a physical attacker. So, that's 89 points in attack that could be distributed to something else.
Yeah.
Make it where Pheromosa has defenses. What if we... obviously, you can't make it super ultra mega glass cannon like Pheromosa is, but still make it a little unique with, basically zero attack, put that into speed, and maybe even a little more special attack, and be like, all right, well, now this thing's an actual threat. I think 20 is the bare minimum, and I think anything over that, you have to start actually looking at, the corresponding speed tiers to see what you outspeed.
Yeah.
I think getting you to 103 so you outspeed Garchomp is a huge deal.
That would definitely make it much more playable if it was at 103 speed.
Yep.
Would that make it too good, though? Because Xurkitree's special attack is through the roof.
It's good. It is really good. Does it make it busted? I have no idea, man.
Like, we've already seen what Regieleki does to a format.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is like Regieleki Light.
You're way slower than Eleki still.
Yeah, but you also hit way harder than Eleki.
But you also don't have Transistor.
You don't need it. You get Beast Boost.
To be fair, 1 KO is equal to Transistor.
Exactly.
So...
you don't need it.
It might actually be too good, because the difference between Transistor and Beast Boost is Beast Boost works for all your attacks.
You just spam Discharge.
Discharge, Dazzling Gleam, I think you get Energy Ball for some weird reason.
No, you spam Discharge and have all the baby Pokemon.
Yeah, you sit it next to Ampharos, so you have your Lightning Rod.
No, you want to knock your Pokemon out.
Oh, that's true.
Sit it next to Phoebus.
Yep.
Just blow it up.
Phoebus, and the next one is Magikarp, and then you bring out your Gyarados so you can guarantee the KO on it.
And then you're at +3, plus whatever else. And you get to keep blowing people up.
I really want to try that. I know it's not good.
We already talked about Xurkitree and Gyarados, and
It wasn't good.
I didn't think it was.
I tried it. It was really cute,
Yeah.
and like I never actually got it to work, but it was cute.
Oh.
That team was actually really fun. I got to max circuitry and blow people up because they never expected it.
I have got one more.
Okay.
Hydreigon only has Levitate. Boring.
It is really boring.
What if we gave it Sheer Force?
This one is the only one where I'm just like, this might be too
This
good.
is probably too good. But
if you make 0 other changes to it, I think Sheer Force might be a little too much.
we get Earth Power and Flamethrower
And Flash Cannon.
and Flash Cannon.
And do we get any Dragon cover? Do we get like Dragon Breath? No. This Pulse doesn't do anything, right?
Breath is down here.
Oh yeah, because it's useless.
Yeah.
So Dragon Breath is now technically better than Dragon Pulse.
Yep.
So like, you still just slap an Assault Vest on this thing.
We also have Dark Pulse.
Holy cow.
What else? Is there a Water move?
No, there's no.
Hydro Pump. Surf.
I didn't know Hydreigon got Surf. That's really cool.
Oh, now you do. Hydreigon actually has really sweet coverage.
Hydreigon does literally everything and then some. And now we're slapping Sheer Force on it. This is, like I said, this is the one I'm just like, this is probably too good. We get Try Attack.
We get Charge Beam.
Charge Beam. Oh, it's 70. I thought it was guaranteed.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
Interesting.
Things like that. We also get Heat Wave.
Do we get Snarl? We do.
Yeah.
I didn't know Hydreigon got Snarl. That's really cool.
There's a lot of cool things you can do with Hydreigon. Oh yeah, Focus Miss.
Also Heat Wave.
Yeah, I said Heat Wave.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I quit listening to you most of the time.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that was like the one, like, I want to pick something to make it stupid powerful, and this is probably it.
Because you asked me, you're like, what can we give this to make this good? And that, like, that's always the first assumption. It's like, give it huge power, or sheer force, or just, like, if you want to make something busted, slap huge power on it.
Which we did. We slapped it on Scizor, and it's
it's stupid.
It's dumb. It's dumb.
Like, Technician boosted Choice Band Bullet Punch isn't good enough. Let's give it huge power Choice Band Bullet Punch.
Let's do that.
Yeah, for some reason you wouldn't let me put that on the list.
Yeah,
I don't understand why.
Yeah, I know that's not going on the list. What else do we have on yours? We have a couple coverage things.
Yeah, these are the one other stat change I would make. Can we make Aggron slower, please?
Oh yeah, we can definitely.
Like it's too fast for traditional Trick Room, but it's too slow to be played with like Tailwind.
Yeah, it's in that weird awkward speed tier.
Base 50. Fast enough where you can play it in Trick Room and it would be fine, but faster than every good Trick Room
Yeah, faster
abuser.
than all the other Trick Room abusers.
So, my first thought is, hey, we have a crippling special defense. What if we cut 20 points from speed, add it to special defense? That gives us 70, 180, 80 in bulk. And then we still have 110 attack and then 30 speed.
The other option would be to put that 20 in HP.
Which I also am not against, because then you still have a bad special defense to be abused against.
Yeah.
Which, like, I mean, then you're like Stack Attacker and Rhyperior, where you have a bad special defense to be abused against.
Like, at that 20 points, you would be 197 HP.
No, it'd be 199, right? Because every 10, you add 11. I know that's how it works for speed.
The HP does not work the same way.
It doesn't. Okay. I legitimately don't know on this one.
HP doesn't work like everything else.
Can you find a base 90 HP mon? I'm sure we have one on our list here.
Got a base 91.
That's really close. That's good enough. And just take off a point. Yeah, 197. Okay, cool. Is that what I said, or is that what you said?
That's what I said.
I was close.
Base, yeah. So the way HP works, it's just like, it's literally, if you add it, whatever points you add into it is worth 1 point. There's no +2 anywhere.
Gotcha, because there's no nature.
Exactly.
There's no nature actually influence. Okay, makes sense. So like that's my one thing about Aggron. I don't think it'd be like busted.
I think doing the HP thing would make it like
it'd
usable,
be playable, yeah.
But it wouldn't be stupid.
I think adding it to special defense is probably incorrect. Now actually talking about it, I think HP is probably the go-to, just because then it's like, hey, this is something that you should probably look at.
Like, hey, here's this big bulky steel type, which it still fits the Aggron theme.
Yep.
And you still have the special defense you can attack into, and it's still fine.
That might be something I do for the ROM hack. Give Brock an Aggron. Base 90 HP. Is there any rock that can set Trick Room up to Gen 4?
Up to Gen 4?
Because I know in later gens we get Stack Attacker.
Does Probopass do it?
I actually don't know the answer to that.
Probopass!
Come here, buddy. We got a question for you. Nope. Lame. Alright, fine. No Trick Room. Trick Room Brock might be too good anyway. Yeah, Trick Room and then Rock type.
No.
No.
We got Soul Rock and Lunatone.
Oh, this is busted! Focus Sash Lunatone. Oh, this is going to be great.
And we get Levitate, so we don't have to worry about ground types. Oh, that's great.
Brock is going to be busted.
Gonna be switching Pokemon in left and right. Just like, oh, you're gonna go for a ground type move? Nope.
Be cute.
Fighting move? Nope.
Like, oh. Just like, oh, I'm excited now. This is stupid.
Oh, we would want to probably use Soul Rock instead of Lunatone.
I don't know.
Because Soul Rock would be Flamethrower to beat up grass types, make it a little bit harder.
Yeah, that's true. My thought process is like...
Also, Soul Rock has the better defense versus special defense.
Emerald Kaizo, Roxanne has Lunatone, and it's like a huge pain. So it's just like, we could just copy the moveset from it and make it level 79 or whatever at that point. Because like, Kanto's actually going to be difficult.
Yeah, like activate Kanto hard.
You know, because, you know, your gym leaders after beating the Elite Four shouldn't be level 45 or whatever. It's just like, alright, cool, you've beaten the Elite Four. Here's my level 80 team. Just like smack them around.
Beat them up.
Red is easily going to be level 100. You're
going
to
to
have to be.
Everything's 100. Hundreds versus hundreds. Let's go.
Good luck grinding. Have fun.
Which, honestly, by the time you probably get there, you wouldn't be that far off.
No. You could also make it where there's a mart in the Pokemon Center as well, and they sell rare candies. Yeah. Like, all right, you've beaten the game. Here you go. You deserve level 100 bonds. Have fun.
Here you go. If you're missing something, you can fix it. And it also plays around the people just getting OP bonds and just leveling them to 100 because they won't have all the extra stats that they do. That'd be neat.
Could also just make all of Kanto 100. Just really punish them.
That sounds like a little much.
That probably is. I think that might be what Crystal Kaizo does. So I think the Elite Four is 115 because you get the badge boost and everything. So yours is like 112, and then I think all of Kanto is 115, and then Red is 127.
Okay, then.
It's stupid, man. It's Crystal Kaizo is a game I will never touch. It's like, this is actually ridiculous.
So these last two,
I have two lumped together, and then there's one more.
Oh yeah.
So the two I lumped together, Coco and Bulu.
God dang it, Game Freak.
Please fix your dang Pokemon. Is it too much to ask?
Just give him play rough. That's all we're asking for.
I'm not asking for anything busted. I'm not asking for Grassy Glide Bulu. I just want play rough. Is it too much to ask?
Like, just thinking about it, like, you could do physical Coco things and not have to run Dazzling Gleam. Be kind of nice.
Anything is better than, like...
And play rough on Bulu means it actually sees play.
It actually makes it unique versus Rillaboom.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. Is like, I've been playing Bulu on my Sack Attack team, right? And it's good. Like, Hornleech is really great because you get to still do Miracle Seed things. Mm-hmm. So, like, you lose the priority of Grassy Glide, but you gain recovery, and that's a huge thing on a Mon that's bulky like Bulu. Why can't it have its parry coverage, man? It's actually stupid. I actually hate the fact that this exists.
Yeah. But no, we gave it to Lele and Feeney.
Yeah, great.
Which the Feeney thing means Tapu Fini. You can run physical Tapu Fini.
And swagger it.
With Smart Strike, Play Rough, Liquidation, Waterfall, whichever Water 85 move you want to run. And then...
well, Liquidation has a chance to lower defense.
So that's probably the
versus flinching. Like, Feeney's not fast enough to flinch things, typically.
No, you probably
So you probably just run Liquidation, so you can have that chance to do more damage.
Choice Band. Slap a...
Choice Band Swagger.
Yep.
Just go to town.
Get him. Just get him. That's your team tech for the week. Just Choice Band, Swagger, Feeney, get him.
Well, that was... what was it we were doing? We did Swagger, Lum, Eliki. Yeah. And then, like, the next week, Aaron Zhang was playing something similar.
It's the Live 4 physical, Lucky.
Yep. She's like, hey, we kind of did that, except ours was worse.
No, ours could do different things than that one, because that one, it was just Life Orb, so you actually didn't get to pick up the Elcos we could.
Yep.
And then there's another coverage move one for Cobalion.
Why can't it have ground coverage?
Poor
Please.
Cobalion.
Like, it already loses to 100 different things. Is adding a little bit of coverage too much to ask?
Stomping Tantrum. That's all you need. High horsepower.
Not even, like, anything good. Don't give it Earthquake. Just give it Stomping Tantrum. Like, literally anything is better than what it has now.
Which is none.
I was going to say I'd take Mud Slap, but no. I actually want a decent move that I'd actually play.
Stomping Tantrum.
Stomping Tantrum, I think, is the bare minimum that I would
Both of those make sense.
Yep.
Like, thematically.
And then, on the theme of horses.
This one's just all of you, because you just want to play with Keldeo.
I just want Keldeo, man.
You just want to play with Keldeo.
I understand it's a mythical, but since you can actually obtain it in-game now, can we change it from mythical to legendary status? Is that too much to ask?
It's not like its stats are insane.
No, it's really not.
It's just like, it's a mythical.
But, like, that's the thing is, like, mythicals are supposed to be difficult to obtain and, like, things like that. You can literally get it in Sword and Shield now.
Yeah.
Like, that's my big thing is, like, things like Deoxys. You can get that in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire naturally. There's no event for it or anything.
Yeah.
Do I want Deoxys? Probably not. No. I think it'd actually be... No. In a restricted format, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But, like, Keldeo, I don't think you need to restrict it. Looking at, like, its actual damage output and everything else, it's good. But, like, when you're comparing it to things like Zapdos and Eliki and Cinderace and, like, all these other mons that see a ton of play that can do a ton of damage, I don't think it's that good. I think it's playable, but I don't think it's great. Especially because it has Justified. Like, it just doesn't have an ability. That's the big thing, is you just actually don't have an ability because you're not running physical Keldeo 99.9% of the time.
Yeah. I was just going through and looking at, it's the same base stats as Cobalion, Brazian, and Terrakion.
Yeah. But it's a mythical because it was event only when it first came out.
Yep.
Like, I understand not wanting Mew. Mew, I think, would actually be too good for VGC.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Celebi sucks.
No one plays that.
Again, I don't think you can actually obtain it in any game naturally. I think Crystal on the Virtual Console was like the first time they had it readily available. And then they had the shiny event for the Japanese movie that came out with Zarude. But, like, it's still an event mon.
Yeah.
Deoxys, no. I don't want it. I think Deoxys, again, would be fine in a restricted format, but in stereotypical VGC non-restricted formats, I think it'd be way too good.
Jirachi is event only still.
Yep. It only ever has been, right?
Yeah.
Gen 4, we have Arceus. Hell no.
Manaphy.
Manaphy and Fion. Does Manaphy actually even do anything? I legitimately have no idea what it does.
I don't think it does.
Manaphy is under illegal. Cool. It's just base 100 in all stats, right?
Yeah, just base
okay.
100.
So pretty bad.
Hydration is the ability.
So pretty bad. But again, it's only ever been event exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Well, kinda. There was an egg that you can get in Pokemon Ranger that you can transfer over, which hatches into Fion, which can then evolve into Manaphy.
No, that's not how that works.
Is it not?
That's not how that works. No. So Fion is a Manaphy, but not a Manaphy at the same time.
I legitimately thought.
No, they do not. No, it does not evolve. So there is only one way to get Manaphy, but Manaphy breeds. Manaphy breeds.
Oh! See, I knew there was some weird connection
Manaphy
there.
breeds Fione, but Fione don't evolve into Manaphy.
That's stupid.
That's how the game works.
Gen 5, we have Genesect, which can't be obtained in any game outside of events.
Outside of events and Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Go.
That Go makes everything available, which is weird because that's how
really
Go
weird.
is.
Yeah.
That's what Go does. Also, Victini.
Which is in the code but can't be obtainable.
They were looking for it. People have still been looking for where.
I legitimately don't think you can.
You can't. As to this date, there is no way to get Victini in game.
I'm ready for like next week. Someone be like, "Well, actually, you all are wrong.
I found it. Here's how you do it." Yeah.
You have to beat the Star Tour 3,000 times. What's Victini's Pokédex number? 5 something, right?
I think
At
so.
480 something.
I can't remember.
Here, I literally have technology, Carl.
So do I.
That won't tell you.
No.
494. You have to beat it 494 times. And then you have to take the Justice Trio and Keldeo and beat that's the team you have to beat the Star Tour 494 times.
Jeez.
Without taking damage. And then you have to restart the game twice. I'm trying to see how much more exaggerated I can make this with it actually sounding realistic. What does Victory Star do?
Victory Star, it's something. Allies moves have their action multiplied by 1.1.
Interesting. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Gen 6, we get Diancie. Oh, Meloetta as well.
Yeah, Meloetta.
Again, I think all the other I'm thinking Deoxys and Keldeo are the only two that have actually been implemented and added to the game in some capacity. Can you bring Deoxys into Sword and Shield? You can't, right?
I don't think you can. Oh, Magearna.
Oh yeah,
Magearna was not. It was beating the game for whatever. You can get it via Sword and not Sword, Sun and Moon. Every time you completed the game, you can get a Magearna. Yeah. Yep.
What?
Yep. When the code was available for Magearna, every new game, you could just Use the same code and get Magearna over and over and over.
Is that still available, or do you... Oh. I got excited. I'm like, I can go get me a Magearna.
Pokemon Home gives you a Magearna for completing the Pokédex for Pokemon Home.
Which I still haven't done.
I just need Marshadow.
Which I have.
Yeah.
Why haven't we done this, Carl?
I don't know. You never bring a Switch over.
You never tell me this.
I do. I told you a bunch. Now I don't care.
Oh.
I have a Magearna and I don't care.
Yeah,
I just
don't,
wanted
though.
the special Pokeball Magearna because that's what this is.
Oh, gotcha.
And then Melmetal Meltan.
Which you can actually get quite a few from Go if you have Let's Go.
Yeah.
So, like, can you consider that readily available?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's through 2 games, and it's coded in one of them. I don't think I would want Melmetal, though. I think it'd be fine in a restricted format.
Yeah.
But I think
in that restricted format, it's fine. It's like in the Deoxys kind of situation.
Yeah,
It's like its stats are really good, but
I don't think it's busted.
yeah, especially in these Gigantamax formats, Dynamax formats. It's not that bad.
So are we in conclusion that Keldeo should be legal?
I honestly am surprised Keldeo isn't legal. I really am. It's just because it has the mythical tag, and that's the only thing stopping it.
I honestly expected once people figured out that it was added to the games, I expected Pokemon to be like, hey, here you go. You can play this in restricted formats.
Oh, you get Air Slash.
Yeah, it's really cool. Keldeo has a lot of cool abilities.
So you get Max Air, Max Water, Max Knuckle, Mega Horn, Max
Poison
Punch,
Jab if you want it.
Stone Edge if you want that.
You still get Swords Dance if you want to run physical. Like,
yeah. Oh, it gets
you get coaching. That's actually dope.
Oh, goodness.
Is it the fastest coaching user?
108.
No. Me and Shao is faster, right?
Mine Shao is faster. I think so. Because Mine Shao is what? No, I know it's faster than Mine Shao.
Oh. Is it the fastest coaching user then?
I mean, outside of Prankster. Oh, Hawlucha.
Oh, Hawlucha, duh.
Hawlucha, Pheromosa.
Oh, yeah, duh. You know, the...
Cinderace. Yeah. Hawlucha, Cinderace, Pheromosa.
Terrakion is faster, technically. Oh, wait, no, they're both 108.
All the Swords of Justice have the same speed.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that either.
So all their stats are the same. They're just shuffled in certain ways. Terrakion has the highest attack of all the Swords of Justice because it's the rock fighting one. Cobalion has the highest physical defense. Bruiser has the highest special defense.
And Keldeo has the highest special attack.
And then HPs
and speeds are all the same.
Yeah.
Cool. Really, really cool.
That was the cool thing about the swords.
I wish Keldeo was legal.
Yeah.
Game Freak, please. There's 3 things I want in this world. 2 of them are both play rough. And the third one is Keldeo. Is that too much to ask?
Keldeo. Yes, apparently so, because we didn't get it. Okay. I think that's it for the... What do you want to call this segment?
Well, this was supposed to be question of the day, and it was supposed to be like 5 minutes, and then we turned it into a 50-minute segment.
Yeah. We didn't have anything really crazy to talk about anyway.
Yeah, that's true. You ready to talk about not Incineroar?
Yeah. So this is the top 12 for the Indonesian, whatever they called it.
The Indonesian Online Qualifier.
Yeah.
Championship.
This is like their
top cut.
This is like their world's-esque. I'm assuming this is like their world's-esque something because they don't have actual events over there anymore.
Yep.
Get your stuff together.
Come on. I have 4 things I want to ask.
Okay.
The 4th one is now, can we get Indonesian events for them?
Yeah, like do something similar to what you do for Japan. Like, how hard is that?
Yeah, they get 100 million things.
Like,
why can't Indonesia get one?
Japan has their own separate things. Let Indonesia do its own separate thing. That's a whole topic for another day. That's a whole other can of worms we don't want to get into right now. So, I'm looking for... There it is. I was going to say, which one is it? He's in 11th there.
Yep. You want to start from the bottom, work towards 1, or 1 to the bottom?
Bottom up, because NG is right there at 11. So
cool.
12th place, Celesteela Dusclops Mamoswine. That's a Pokemon we haven't seen in a hot minute. Tapu Fini, Dragapult, Glastrier. This just looks like Trick Room stuff plus Dragapult, Celesteela.
I wonder if this is weakness policy Dragapult. It honestly could be.
I would say
it's either policy on the Dragapult or the Glastrier, and we have Rock Tomb on Dusclops or Brick
nothing
Break.
carries a Vestball outside of Glastrier.
True.
So I would lean towards Glastrier
Well,
with Vest.
You could have Vest on Glastrier. Mamo technically is not the worst. Or Celesteela.
Celesteela's the other
And
option.
Celesteela I've seen a lot more here lately, so I could actually see that. Could be Lum on the Glastrier. That actually makes a ton of sense.
That makes sense too, yeah. Just be like
just for like
Sword Stance.
when you don't want to bring Fini, you can still do Glastrier things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like policy Dragapult doesn't sound completely stupid the more I look at this.
It gives you the fast mode. You have 2 ways to trigger it. Granted, one of them you really don't want to do.
Yeah.
But you could if you need to at a pinch.
I actually think that's the case. Like, the more I look at this, the more I think that's the case.
Like with this Pulse Dragapult, it's not terrible still. It still does work.
It still is second fastest thing in the format? There's nothing...
Yeah.
There's Eliki and then it, right? There's nothing...
Yep, there's nothing else that beats it. This was a best of one thing, right?
I honestly could not
I remember
tell you.
right, this was like our ICs are.
Okay, cool.
So it's like it was a ladder, best of ones,
Cool.
climb the ladder kind of thing. So yeah, in best of one, we use probably Dragapult just gets people a lot of the time, just because people just
people see it and be like, all right, cool. Well, this is that tech's so old, they're not going to do that anymore. You say that, but
people do.
Yep.
They have a lot of rain.
There is a bunch of Kingdras.
That's more Kingdras than I'm like normally seeing, and I'm just like looking through it.
There's more Kingdras than Incineroars.
Enjoy it while we can, because we're never gonna be able to do that again. No, we're never gonna be able to say that again.
There's more Kingdras than there are Landorus.
That's also true. That is also
That's
true.
weird. I don't like this. I don't like this format anymore. Go back.
I was looking to see if there's like other intimidators outside of Landorus, and there's
No.
a Salamence. There's a Salamence in 9th.
Yeah, there's a Salamence and 2 Landorus, and that's it.
That's insane. Now, granted, it makes sense. Looking at what won, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because Angie's team here is like kind of weak to Intimidate, but not really, because like you see Metagross Entei, it's like, oh, Intimidate's going to be fine. Well, Clear Body and Inner Focus say no.
This is, like, Angie's team is super close to the team I just got done playing with for Mocha's.
Yeah.
Where we have Weakness Policy Metagross next to Fast Bulldozer that also has Snarl and also can burn things. Like, Entei does a lot of things that Spectre does too.
Yeah.
We're also pair that
all
with...
for the deep dive.
Yeah.
It's like it's a bulkier Spectre at different coverage.
You're slower, but you have better
defense.
you have different tools.
Yeah.
On top of that, you also have Fake Tears Screens Grimmsnarl next to Life Orb Moltres.
Yeah.
Like, those are both things that you can do here. And then, rounding it out, you just have, like, good Mons of P2 and Rotom Wash. Which I think in those thought we had Fini and Landorus on Mocha's team. So, like, again, everything kind of lines up where these are all doing basically the same thing.
Yeah.
The big thing is, like, Landorus has Intimidate, which this team doesn't. But Fini is still that bulky water type, like Rotom is. And the big difference here is you have P2 for Trick Room.
Like to be able to fight against Trick Room,
which Mocha has Taunt on Moltres for.
Yeah.
It's like, there's 100 different things, like, composing this team, but at the end of the day, it's fairly, like, similar to things I've seen before.
10th place here is our first of many Kingdras to come. This is a weird rain double horse thing.
Not triple horse, it's a seahorse.
There's a seahorse, yeah. But like here's Spectre, Glastrier, Sableye. That right there is just a core by itself. You can quash things that are gonna be a problem for Spectre or Glastrier, and then Glastrier just gets to clean it, or they both get to clean up their threats.
Yeah, fake out. So I'm assuming you're not like nasty plot on Spectre, right?
Probably not.
Nothing that deep.
No.
I was recording Laddering today, and I can't remember what it was, but it was with Mocha's team. They led Togekiss Spectrier. I'm just like, they're going to nasty plot me. How do I beat that? They're just going to follow me nasty plot. And so I had Cinderace plus Manchow. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to fake out the Togekiss, and I'm going to Max Darkness into the Spectre, hope it's not Sash. Like, that's my play, is I hope it's not Sash. They max it. It's like, oh no, this is going to hurt. Fake out. Max Darkness. I'm like, oh, thank God.
It's gone.
It's like, this was so scary had they played this differently.
There's more Kingdra than Spectre.
That's scary. This format's weird.
This is weird. There's a Lapras in here. We haven't seen that. That whole number 7 team
we'll get there. I'm excited to get there.
But
this team's cool. I really like this Politoed double horse team.
Yeah, it's just like we have technically 2 ways to set rain.
Mm-hmm.
We have ways to play in Trick Room. We have ways to go fast. There's a chance that you could be doing Shadow Sneak weakness policy things on Spectre.
Does Sableye get Fling?
Shadow Sneak.
Yeah, but do we also get Fling?
I don't know if it gets Fling. I know it gets Shadow Sneak. That's the one I know.
Oh yeah, the Spectre is also slower than my Cinderace. I don't know, man. I was very confused. I'm like, oh no, that means they're bulky. That means they're gonna live this. Like, oh, okay.
I'm going to say it's not that bulky. It's still going to go down to a stab Max Darkness. Number 9. This is another Metagross style team with another fast Bulldozer. This time the Bulldozer is a Salamence, though.
Okay. I'm looking at it, I'm like, that has to be what that is, right? I haven't played with Salamence enough to be like, yeah, that's definitely what it does.
Yeah. This also has got a Dark Urshifu, a Nihilego, a Regieleki, and a Gastrodon. That's a Pokemon we haven't seen in a while either.
I'm assuming Gastrodon is like their answer to Glastrier, but I don't think that does enough.
Gastrodon would be more of like, just like, I could beat up Rain. Which
Gastrodon actually looks really good in this
like
top
looking
cut
at this
because there's so many Kingdras.
It's immune to Alecki. There's a bunch of Kingdras. There's
no Rillaboom. There's 2 Rillaboom.
There's 2 Rillaboom up at the top, and a Venusaur.
Like, everything that threatens Gastrodon just isn't here.
Yeah.
I don't understand, man.
Man.
Did they just, like, soft ban it and be like, nah, these aren't legal? That's the only explanation I can come up with.
I don't know. Number 8 here, another Metagross team with a fast Bulldozer. This one's using Spectre. This is something we're very familiar with here.
But it could also be weakness policy Moltres.
With the quick attack from Sylveon.
Which is like, you just get to play these mind games.
I also like that we have triple fairy type.
Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I always forget Grimmstraw's a fairy. And
yeah, trust me.
I know. Looking at it, I just don't see it. But playing
Yeah.
in game, I'm just like, I need to Iron Head that thing now.
Steel Spike every time. So like, there's the mind games you get to play. It's like, is the policy on Metagross? Is the policy on Moltres? And that's the cool like thing about Best of Ones.
It could also technically be on Spectrier.
Technically, because you can Sucker Punch.
That would hurt.
It would really hurt.
Because it's off of base 130s.
A 120.
I was gonna say 140. I'm like, oh, well, that's that. I'm like, 140 can't be right.
It's 120 off of Grimmsnarl.
Close enough.
Grimmsnarl hits like a truck.
It really does, man. This seems really cool. I really like everything going on with it.
Yeah. A lot of most of these teams are really cool and they're really unique. Outside of like number 5.
Honestly, NG's team is like the most standard at this point.
Like 11, like NG's team and number 5 are like the standardest I could think of.
Standardist.
Yep.
It's a good word.
I know. Number 7 here. This is the Lapras Comfrey team. This is the Series 6 team that's just like, we're going to do all the Series 6 things, plus Urshifu, just like be this Urshifu team as well.
Like, alright, here's Talonflame, which you forgot existed at this point.
Here's Weavile to do beat-up things instead of Sneasel. Here's Comfrey Lapras, because that's a thing that we can do.
Here's our Urshifu, so we can just floral healing it to keep it alive forever. This team's cool. I like
Yeah.
what's going on here.
Cobalion, you could like. There's always this like Comfey Lapras. There's Cobalion beat up. Talonflame with quick guard keeps you protected from fake out. You don't have to worry about that. That's cool.
It's really cool on paper.
Looking at the rest of the format, this team looks is like just got beat up and all to hell. I'm surprised it made it this far. Because it's like Alecki beats you up, Zapdos beats you up,
Especially with like double water plus flying.
Mm-hmm.
Like the number of Elekis plus Zapdoses here is just like,
and no ground coverage on Cobalion.
I hate this game. There's no ground coverage on this team.
Yeah, period. There's no ground coverage.
Like, I mean, Urshifu gets dig if you want to go deep, but like,
that's not good enough for me.
no, it's not. You're not maxing Urshifu.
No.
Not Waterfu, at least.
Yeah, no. Number 6 here. You got a Blaziken.
Woot.
There's more Blaziken than Incineroar.
Clearly, Blaziken's top dog in this format.
This is another Metagross team using Brutal Swing probably to do a policy stuff. With also probably just having the fun pairing of Tapu Fini and Garchomp and Zapdos.
Yep. This seems really cool.
Tornadus doesn't get fake tears, right?
No, it gets Swagger.
It gets Swagger and Scary Face.
Yep. So we could Swagger our Fini. This is clearly physical Fini.
Yes, it is physical.
Anytime you see it next to Tornadus, that's something you have to think about.
Think about it, yeah. I like this team just like, and then they just feel like just swap Blaziken on there just because they could.
That's literally what it looks like. Just like, yeah, here's 5 mons that are good in this format. I don't know what to fill this last slot with. What about Blaziken?
I need a fighting type. Let's go with Blaziken. Fighting and fire covers everything.
Why do we need Urshifu when we can play Blaziken? It's faster after a turn.
Yeah. Number 5 is a Sunroom team with Regirock, as it's like Trick Room abuser.
Yeah, I mean, this is like very stereotypical Sunroom.
The one thing that I find weird is Zapdos.
Honestly, same.
Zapdos does not like Sun.
It's like the one thing is just like,
Like, your only flying type move is Hurricane, unless you want to run Fly.
Or Air Slash?
Nope.
Oh, it's literally
Hurricane.
Air Cutter?
Nope.
That can't be right.
It is actually just
That
Hurricane.
can't be right.
You can run Roost.
That's a flying type. You lied to me.
It doesn't do damage though, unfortunately. You can run Fly. You get I don't know if you get Aerial Ace either.
Come here, Zapdos. What do you got for me, buddy?
But the rest of the team is just like Torkoal Sun. There's Grimstar P2, which is a very powerful combination to lead a lot of the time, and then the Regirock and the Zapdos.
It's literally Hurricane.
Yeah. Told you.
Why? All right, Game Freak, I have 5 complaints.
We're just going to keep adding to this list. Eventually we'll be there.
Eventually they'll do something, right? They have to just...
Eventually we'll just be making our own Pokemon game.
I'm working on it, okay?
Here at number 4, we have a Kingdra team that has Tornadus as its rain setter. I was doing something similar with this, just like weakness policy, Metagross, and Kingdra. Like,
they have 3 weaknesses to ice.
Yeah.
And, like, none of them like it at all. Luckily, there's, like, no ice coverage in this.
Like,
you have Lapras to worry about.
Like, Lapras and Glastrier are, like, your big worries, and you know it's there. Like, you see it
you see it in team preview. Like,
and Metagross and Urshifu both answer those really, really well.
Answer both of them, yeah. And, like, Amoonguss, especially against Glastrier, be like, oh, it's your, you set Trick Room, huh? Take a nap.
Night. Just spit the spore at him. Yeah, that's really cool. Number 3 is another rain team. This one's got double dragons, though. We have a Latias.
Which can trigger policy on Metagross?
Bulldoze. Bulldoze and Tailwind.
That is right. It does get Bulldoze.
Bulldoze and Tailwind. That's exactly what it's doing. Bulldoze, Tailwind, Mystical Fire, Dragon Move if you want to do that, or Helping Hand if you want to do that.
Dude, I really like Helping Hand.
Latias was one of the supports I was looking at in like early Series 7 just because it's just like, it's really fast. You get Tailwind, Bulldoze.
Dude, I really like Helping Hand. I can't stress that enough. Like, oh, you have Fake Out? I'm also going to clap this turn.
Yay! This one has a Lecky on it. This is the team that probably wants Zapdos, that I feel like it would really like having Zapdos.
Honestly, I don't mind Eliki here, though.
It's just like thinking of like Metagross is weak to ground, having another Pokemon that can switch in on a ground immune.
True. You already have one, and your like Rillaboom is going to reduce the damage from a non-zero amount of ground moves.
Earthquake Bulldoze.
Yep.
So it was just like thinking it's like Aleki's cool. It's like speed control, but Zapdos
doesn't really add any like weaknesses here. You have a triple weakness to Ice then, which again, you see it coming. Like,
yeah, like where Ice is usually. It's things like Thunder Punch.
Yeah, like you don't. I mean, you could have like Ice Punch on Metagross. That is something that is non-zero amount of times is being ran.
It's usually Ice Punch or Rock Slide in that last slot.
Very seldom. Dude, Thunder Punch is great. Thunder Punch was really good. There was very few times I'm just like, man, I wish this was anything else.
And this one has their first Rillaboom on it too.
What's great is this next team. This team would not exist without the Crown Tundra. Like, this team would not exist without the DLC to give us Grassy Glide, ability patches.
Grassy Glide, yeah. You need a DLC for all of this.
Except for Clefairy.
Yeah, poor Clefairy.
It's literally the only thing on this team just like, I've been around forever.
So this is a Glastrier team without like actual Trick Room stuff. Regieleki, Regidrago, Glastrier, Urshifu Dart, Clefairy, and G-Max Rillaboom. This team probably catches more people off guard than you think it would.
Oh, for sure.
Just because you see this set of mons, it's like, what does it actually do?
Like, the big thing that comes to my mind is, like, you have speed control with Eliki next to Draco to be able to just Dragon Energy. So, like, Electro Ball Dragon Energy is going to do it. I mean, not Electro Web Dragon Energy is just like, all right, I broke your stash and you're dead.
Yeah.
Or, like, next to Clefairy, just
you
like,
sit there and follow me.
Yeah.
So it's really, really good.
So, like, then, like, again, you need to watch out for all the Kingdra's running around and the Glastrier is running around, but, like, you have Clefairy.
Yeah.
It's going to take the hit for you. That's good enough.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering if this is, like, choice specs, or it could actually be choice Scarf on the Draco, so you actually are faster than things at
Scarf
-1.
is more common.
Like, especially at -1, because we don't have Tailwind, you need to be fast, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, sure, Follow Me is nice, but when you're not doing anything with it, like, you're not setting up anything, you're not outspeeding their things on the following turn. So, like, Follow Me is really nice when, all right, redirect a hit, pick up the KO on the other one before they get to attack.
Exactly.
And I think with Draco, you're just not there enough of the times to dictate it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this team. It looks super cool. But that's like the big thing looking at this is like, this isn't doing enough, I feel like. I'd love to be wrong. I love Draco. I think it's super cool.
Regidrago picks up more KOs than you think it would.
Is it Drago or is it Draco?
Drago.
There's not a C, it's a G? Okay.
It's a G.
Yeah. I've always called it Draco.
Yeah.
Every time.
Whatever. This last team, the number 1 team, someone watched the deep dive on Friday.
We've done a deep dive on all of these, haven't we? Not P2?
Not P2. Not P2.
Not Landorus?
Did I do Landorus?
I actually don't know.
I can't remember if I did Tapu Fini or not.
I think we've talked about it, but I don't think you've ever actually done it yet.
I think, yeah, I know I've done Grimmsnarl, I know I've done Celesteela, I know I've done Yellow and Marowak. That one was on Friday. Which the Yellow Marowak one was cool to do just because it's like a Pokemon that was kind of popular in Series 7. It's kind of went away at Series 8 and it's kind of starting to trend backwards.
Hey, here's the playlist.
Hey, look at that. And Yellow and Marowak's really good into Regieleki specifically. Like Lightning Rod plus being a Ghost type means that a lot of the coverage that Aleki has just can't touch you. Plus you get Boomerang. It's really good. Just bop, bop. Break a sash, get it out of here.
So I've been playing a lot of Blue Kaizo, and you can get a Cubone fairly early in that game, and it evolves at 16. So, like, Marowak is actually really good because you get Bone Ring and Rock Slide before 16. It's just like,
jeez.
smack. Dude, half the time it doesn't even matter. These gym leaders are absurd. Brock has an Aerodactyl that all it has is fly.
Oh,
That's the only attack it has.
Really?
But it outspeeds like everything you can get. So it's like, oh, cool. You started with Ivysaur, dead.
Bang.
Oh, you found all these grass types to counter my double fossils, plus Golem.
Bang.
Level 15 Golem.
Yep. Bang.
You're dead. Oh, you caught bugs? You're dead.
Bang.
Oh, you found a Pikachu. I outspeed that and you can't switch it in. It doesn't take
Bang.
2. And because it's Gen 1, you have absurdly high crit rate. Like, oh, cool.
I got crit.
You found something that can actually take 2 hits. No, I crit one of them. You're
crit.
dead.
You're dead. Yay.
Aerodactyl has cost me more runs of that game than any other mon I've
Now,
fought so far.
imagine if it had Intimidate.
And Gen 1 would be real good because no one else has an ability.
Yeah.
Like, just Aerodactyl. That's the only one that has an...
Gotta make Aerodactyl busted. That's the only reason Lance put on his team.
Yep. It's a dragon. Just look at it.
Yeah.
Would it be too good if it was Rock Dragon?
It'd be still weak to ice, weak to steel, weak to fighting.
You're no longer weak to electric. And you're no longer weak to water.
Or grass.
Grass is neutral.
Yeah, grass would be neutral, but you're not weak to it.
Yeah. I mean, it was neutral beforehand.
Yeah, but I'm just saying what the Rock Dragon would be.
Yeah. Now I'm following you.
Uh,
Yeah, if it was Rock Dragon with Levitate. It has wings. Clearly it has to fly.
Hydreigon doesn't have wings. But
I actually don't understand how it flies.
I don't understand that one either. It's because they didn't want it to walk around, I guess. I don't know.
So instead it telepathically teleports itself.
Yeah, yes, I don't know.
I got nothing, man.
Yeah.
The fact that it has Levitate, it needs Sheer Force.
Give it Sheer Force.
It's not too good. It probably is. But it's not too good.
Life Orb Sheer Force, go!
Bang!
It's like here's Landorus, but we're Dark and Dragon.
Oh.
We're not 4 times weak to ice.
I love it. I think that'd be great.
Okay.
What else we got, man? I think it's about time we get on out of here. Just over an hour. We're just over an hour. I think that's good enough for me.
I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Make sure to sign up for the qualifier this Saturday. Qualifier number 3.
$5 entry.
Yeah.
Automatic qualification for the Invitational.
If you win.
We got a bunch of free entries for that too, don't we?
Yes, we do. We'll be giving those out over the course of the week. Mocha was kind enough to donate their winnings.
Yeah. So
Which was, it's 5. It's 5 worth and a half. Because it ended up being like $27.50 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Plus, we always give one away, so there's that.
There's 6 free entries, so make sure you're signed up so we can give away entries to you.
Make sure you're in the Discord, because that's probably where 5 of those are going to be.
Yeah, Mocha's 5 are going to be back towards the community, strictly through the Discord. Ours is always going to be through Twitter. We'll have the Twitter post for that up probably this afternoon. The Monday this goes
Yeah, that's
live.
usually when we do it, is that Monday. And if anyone else wants to reach out and cover entries, just message Carl or I on Discord.
Yeah, let us know.
We've had it in the past where the last one we had, I think we gave away 5 total.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the more people that are willing to help out, the more people that can play.
Yeah,
the way I
exactly.
see it. So, I think that's going to be it.
Website might be live when this goes live.
We're getting real close. We're getting real close.
I'm waiting on a couple things. I'm waiting specifically on the DPEX server to get back with us. If they hadn't gotten back with us already.
We should probably, the way it's set up currently, I think we just need, an affiliations page. Just because, I mean, then we're not cluttering up the home screen.
Yeah, that's why I was, moving stuff around.
Yeah. Actually thinking about it, because then we need to add in the PGL.
Yeah, we need to add them in.
Which I need to get a hold of him, see if they have a website or anything they want us to link to, or if it's just
the Discord.
Yeah.
Which we can do that, no problem.
Yeah, I'll get a hold of Willie this week and get that taken care of. Which I signed up for that.
Did you?
Yeah, their drafts. I mean, I think their signups end the 1st.
So you have less than 24 hours to get in.
I think I'm gonna.
It sign-ups in the first because he just put an announcement out about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought
this goes up to 31st. So you have less than 24 hours to sign up for the PGL if you're in our server or in their server and you want to play. It's like an NPA style draft, if I remember correctly. Right?
Yep, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder how many we have signed up so far for it.
Probably a good chunk.
I mean, the Discord
if I
has...
knew I could be available all the time, I would play.
Yeah, that's my big thing. Is like I'm off 3 days a week.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That's my big thing. That's why we moved to play Pokemon anymore. I haven't played a game of Pokemon in 2 or 3 weeks now.
No showdown, no nothing?
Nothing.
You don't showdown at work?
Not anymore. No, I can't get time.
Carl, your boss isn't watching this. You can tell me the truth.
I actually don't. That's the problem. I want to, but I don't get time to. It's been stupid. Stupid busy.
Trust me, I understand.
Now it's going to get worse because summer's officially started.
Monday is the holiday, of course.
Yep,
Memorial Day.
Would be the day this goes live.
That means our drivers don't work, so I won't have a truck at one of my stops. Which means Tuesday will be awful because that'll get delivered and they won't have anyone else to run it, and I'm right down the road, so that'll get added to my day.
Get a shorter day on Monday, get a longer
Which
day
sucks because Monday is triple time. So, like, sure, slap it on there. I don't care. I'll work all day. And then it's like Tuesday, you'd be like, oh yeah, by the way, because you didn't do this yesterday, now it needs done.
Yay!
Like, but I would have done it. It's on my day.
Yeah, just you didn't have anybody drop anything off.
So
You'd think they would just drop it off. When do they get trucks? Is it like, do you have trucks every day, or is it like?
Well, specifically that store, it's a like little hometown grocery store.
Oh.
So they get one delivery a week.
So
it's normally Monday,
yeah.
but because of the holiday, it's going to be pushed back to Tuesday. Because of course, drivers don't work Sunday. Only a handful of them work Saturdays, and I think the only things they ever deliver on Saturdays is like Walmarts and maybe like Dollar Generals. But
the big box stores.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No mom and pop grocery stores, no convenience stores, nothing like that. So I think that's it. I think I'm done rambling this week. If anyone knows anything about DS ROM hacking, please get a hold of me because I have many questions and I need help.
Make sure again LRQ. Come find us on our website if it's live. It would be www.lrlessons. LRlessons.com.
Yep, that's what we
have.
LRlessons.com.
And then make sure to find us on Twitter, Twitch. If you're not listening on YouTube, find us on YouTube.
Yeah, if you're listening not on YouTube, if you're listening on YouTube, go find us elsewhere too, and just
do all the stuff there.
Download our episodes, and it helps us look good.
Yeah, it helps everything else look. It helps everything else look good.
Yeah, Twitter. I'm on Twitch. I stream once to twice a week. Depends on the week.
I don't have time to do anything anymore. I'm just done.
Trust me, I understand, man.
I'm just done.
I had to record a bunch of stuff this week. I got time.
I'm the one that puts everything together most of the time.
Yeah.
You're editing the laddering videos, so I actually can do other stuff with my days besides sit behind the computer all day.
Yeah, especially after working all day. It's just like, all right, cool. We can actually do this. So, yeah. All that information's down in the show notes. I think it's been scrolling on screen over there. Look, man, I don't know how cameras work.
I don't think the Twitter one's updated. The Twitter one might be incorrect. Because I didn't update
I don't think you ever updated yours, but I don't know if you ever updated mine.
I updated yours.
You did? Okay, cool. I don't know these things. So
you don't pay attention to them, it's fine.
Who are you? Alright, I think we've sat here and rambled long enough. So have a good one, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with laddering.
Yeah, sweet laddering team. It'll be real good.
Yeah, you'll love it. So have a good one, everyone. Peace.